Hello, welcome to another Rightly Witterings. That's better. Tomorrow, I'm going to have lunch with some people. People I haven't seen for quite a long time. They're good old friends. But it all came about because about 16 years ago, I was on a stage giving a talk with a guy called Ian Mawson and started chatting to him afterwards, and it was quite clear that he was a very good, experienced speaker. More than that, he was an amateur dramatics gentleman, which I won't hold against him necessarily, but we had a good time on a stage. We obviously had a rapport. A little bit after that, I first met Susanna Gregory, and we had a very enjoyable time on a stage in front of an audience. She was very professional, very used to it, and I enjoyed dealing with her. And I was talking to them, and at the same time I'd been chatting to a guy called Bernard Knight. And it was quite clear soon that Bernard was writing about the 1100s, Ian was writing about the 1200s, I was writing about the early 1300s, pre-plague I like to think of it, and Susanna had immediately post-plague 1300s. So all four of us had a nice spread of periods that we could talk about. And I had this brilliant idea, I thought, which would be that we could form ourselves into a little performance group and start giving talks up and down the country. Even internationally, I thought. And so I had a chat with them, and we got together and we decided, yes, this would be a fun idea, and started out as the Medieval Murderers, and I think we began with our first event in Norfolk. And we travelled around the country for quite a long time and had some good fun. And after 2 years we thought, well, this is such fun, why don't we see if we can write some books as well? So we did. We had The Tainted Relic and The Sword of Shame, and The Lost Prophecies, King Arthur's Bones. We wrote 10 books. The latest one, the last one, was The Deadliest Sin, which came out last year. And they've all done really very well. It's been a joy doing them. But we've had a lot of fun along the way. Susanna Gregory, brilliant writer. Susanna's written not as many books as me, but she does write under several different names, with Simon Beecham and various others. Bernard Knight, of course, is better known for his Crown of John series set in Exeter, but he's also, and retired now, but Home Office pathologist who wrote the manual, literally the manual, Knight's Forensic Pathology, on how to cut up dead bodies and what to do with them, which is not good for breakfast time reading. So we've got these interesting chaps, but the trouble is, the last of the Medieval Murderers books came out last year. They were hard work writing. They took a lot of effort, they took a lot of time. They were enormously rewarding, not financially it has to be said, but they were very mentally stimulating. It's nice for authors to get to meet other authors apart from anything else. It's nice to have a chat with people. And we stopped having our meetings regularly, I suppose, about 4 or 5 years ago. We stopped touring because Ian had moved abroad and then he got a bit unwell, and Bernard's been not very well recently, and Phil Gooden, another one of our members, has moved all the way up to Oxford, so he's gone into bandit country, as you can tell. CJ Sampson, Chris Sampson, has been very busy with his own series, so he hasn't had time to join in on more than one or two. Karen Maitland has got more time, so Karen and I are talking about doing more together, and Liz, I hope, will be doing more work together with as well. So there could be a Medieval Murderers 2, a second division Medieval Murderers, a smaller, more compact, more concentrated version of Medieval Murderers, which might be coming to a bookshelf near you before too long. We can but hope. Not yet, but we're going to have some fun tomorrow. It was always really good talking with Susanna because she's an ex-police lady, and so she's got a slightly inelegant sense of humour on occasion. So when we were talking about The Tainted Relic, we said that we wanted to have something from the Crusades that was cursed and tainted and nasty. And her first suggestion was that perhaps we ought to have a piece of Christ's foreskin, because she reckoned that there were so many bits of foreskin dotted around the medieval world in different churches that you probably could have covered the hide of a rhinoceros or elephant, or both, or even a herd of one or the other. But we felt that wasn't quite suitable for the ladies of Woman's Hour when we were going on to talk with them, so we changed it to being a splinter of the True Cross, which I think was a little more elegant. But anyway, tomorrow I'll be having a jolly pleasant lunch with Bernard and Susanna, and we'll be chatting about all the things that we've done and potential projects for the future. And it's going to be jolly good fun. I'm convinced of that. So, that's my week in view, really. All the rest of the week I'm going to be writing. I've got to finish this book I'm currently writing, which is book 33 in the Templar series. And then I've got to crack on with a new book, which is going to be a secret for now. You'll hear more about it. It's a new series, new book, new style, and I'm very excited about it. And then finally, there's going to be the third in the Blackjack, the Bloody Mary series, because I've been really quite surprised how well received the last couple of books have been. The Publishers Weekly have been incredibly polite about it, which they're not normally, so that's very nice. And then, of course, when I've done all them, I've got to write a follow-up to the Crusades book, which is coming out in January. So I've got no spare time whatsoever right now. I've got all of them to do. I've also got 2 books here to edit and a third one. So I've got no spare time at all. What fun. Anyway, that's it for now. If you've got any comments, stick them in the comments box down there. If you've got suggestions for things you'd like to hear me witter on about, then put that in the comments section as well, or email me. You've got my website linked down to the bottom. It's michaeljecks.co.uk. There is a contact the author button there, so you can contact me that way. If you have any interest in the past video, it'll turn up there or there, depending on where my daughter puts it this time. And don't forget to share and like and all those other things. You know what I'm talking about. The buttons are all down there somewhere. And I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Cheers.